1 o'clock. I think we
Okay.
have 3 people.
Yeah.
So I think we have a quorum.
Dawn, how we doing?
We have 3 total members, just as Pat said.
Okay, but we're expecting a few more, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Why don't we wait another minute or 2?
Talk some more about the heat, shall we?
Yeah. How hot is it, right?
Yeah. I have to say, I enjoy the heat. I'm gonna be sorry I said that, but it's the dry. I like dry heat. I don't like the humidity. But
when you went home to visit, was it warm there?
it was
warm, right?
very. It was like 95 with 95% humidity. So it felt like 110 or something.
Yeah, yeah. But people are more used to it.
They are,
right.
They are.
We don't have that much of this kind of weather.
No. But then they aggressively air condition every other space, and it's like, oh my God, it's just you get so cold.
It's too much.
Right.
Yeah.
So
the one thing that we don't do very well is protect our cars with those shades for the windows and things. It just gets too hot in our cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Well, 1 more minute and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah, this is going to be quick. We only have the 1 item to.
Yeah. Well, no, I do want to, at the end, we'll talk about pipeline.
Okay.
Okay, Dawn, well, let's call the roll. Hopefully we'll get a few more people.
All right. Cindy Butts, Wendy Clark, Heidi DeWingert,
Here.
Claudio Gualtieri, Commissioner Mascara-Burnham,
Here.
Matt Puglisi, Lisa Tepper Bates, Greg Ugalde.
Here.
We do have a quorum in attendance for the meeting.
Okay. Anybody else you think? Okay.
There were a few other people who said that they were coming, but
yeah. Okay. Well, let's get started. I don't want to waste anyone's time. First up on our agenda is the financing resolution for 2980 State Street in Hamden, to be presented by Michelle.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, happy to be reporting on this transaction today. This is a new construction of 64 units in Hamden. It's actually on the North Haven town line. The site's about 5 acres. It's largely vacant. There is a small single-family home on the lot now, and what is a landscaper storage barn on there, both of which will be raised as part of the scope. The development is going to be comprised of 3 fully accessible buildings, and the all-in total cost for the development is about $31 million, or about $485,000 a unit. We're recommending the approval of tax-exempt bond proceeds of up to $15.3 million. It's our regular structured as a construction loan of approximately $14.2 million for 24 months at a rate not to exceed 6%. And then we'll have a permanent loan of approximately $1.1 million at a rate not to exceed 6.7%. And that'll be for a term of 40 years. We're also asking that we be able to provide a loan from our opportunity fund. That would be up to $1 million. And we'd structure that with interest only at 1% during construction. And then during the permanent term, payments would be based on available cash flow. We have a lot of other significant funders in this deal. We have DOH. They're providing $7.7 million in flex funds. DOH is also partnering with DDS for capital funding, and they're providing $1.5 million. The DEC SIF loan that was awarded for this transaction is $8.5 million. The town of Hamden is providing a CBDG loan of $155,000. We have energy rebates of $160,000. large amount of tax credit equity in this deal. We're generating $10.2 million in tax credit equity. And then the developer is going to defer some of his fee. That's about $730,000 of his fee that he'll defer. In terms of the development team, with the exception of the architect, we're very familiar with all of the parties here, the entire team. Regan Development Corp., he's the developer. Ken Regan is the principal of that corporation, and CHFA and DOH have done work with him in the past. A few years back, we did the Lavender Field Apartments transaction in Bloomfield. It was very similar. It was an acquisition, new construction, and that's fully occupied today. So that one's doing really well. Montagno Construction, they are the GC. They've worked on projects such as Valley Townhouses, Staten Chapel, again, familiar with CHFA. The property manager is DeMarco Management. They manage several properties in our portfolio. And as I said, the architect is new to CHFA, Coppola Associates. They are out of New York, but they've been vetted and they have extensive experience in multifamily housing. And then the tax credit investor is Regions, who, of course, we've worked with before. Just quickly to draw your attention to the rent structure table of the memo, you're going to see that we're mainly targeting individuals that are at or below 50% of the AMI here. 59 of the 64 units are targeted for people below 50% of AMI, at or below 50. Then we have 4 that are at 60% of the AMI. And then the tenants are going to have the benefit of having an on-site superintendent, so he will be in that 60, the last unit there. The Connecticut Department of Developmental Services is being very instrumental in this development as well. They've committed to providing rental subsidies for 13 of the units, and those are going to be for individuals with intellectual and development disabilities. In addition to the subsidies, they're also going to provide service funding so that the tenants that are occupying those units are going to get support from services provided by Mid-State ARC. And then we have another 3 units that are going to be for disabled individuals that are experiencing homelessness, and that funding is coming through the Section 811 program, and that's administered by DOH, which I think you're familiar with. As with many new construction developments, we have a lot of great amenities here. We're going to have electric vehicle charging stations, bike storage, lots of on-site parking, central laundry, intercom access, and a playground. But one of the unique features that we do have at this development is there's going to be a community hub space, and it's going to be available free of charge to local nonprofits who can come in and provide classes and services such as business coaching, job training, and in addition to it being available to the nonprofits, it's also going to be available to the tenants living on the site. So overall, it's really been a nice collaboration with the developer and the town of Hamden, in that this development site is part of the town of Hamden's community block grant target area. So they teamed up together, the developer and the town, to receive the CHFA award. So as I said, a big part of the sources here is that CHFA award, but a portion of that is going to be used by the city to provide sidewalks and streetscape improvements that are right outside of the property. So they're really eager to get started. And with your recommendation and approval by the board, we'd hope to have this closed in short order so they can get started. I'm happy to answer any questions.
What do you see as the challenges here? I mean, it sounds great. I saw that the site, you mentioned the site is very sloped, but is there anything else that's worrisome to you?
Not from my perspective. I don't know if, Tech did go out and visit the site. So I don't know if they have any concerns, but nothing that we thought we couldn't, overcome. We have a very experienced GC here. So I don't think so.
Okay, so you're not expecting any environmental issues. There wasn't used as an orchard or a farm or?
No environmental issues. We've already had our third-party environmental consultant review all the materials, and we're not expecting any sort of unforeseen conditions here.
Okay, any questions, comments?
It just seems like that it's well thought out and they've
Mhm.
really dug deep to pull a deal together. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the capital stack,
Yeah.
there's not a stone that's not turned. I mean, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah,
And
it's exciting.
Ken's very experienced. He's been doing this for years. They've got it down. Some of our developers are very, very good at what they do. And Ken Regan is one of them.
Okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Comments? No, I mean, it looks like it's gonna be beautiful. It's a huge site for
It is.
for 3 buildings, but you know,
Right.
I
It
don't know if there's room for any more, but okay, is there a motion?
I actually, Heidi, just
Yeah.
before, and I'll make the motion, but
Sure.
is there room for more? Just
Yeah.
curious.
I mean, 4 acres.
In
I
the
mean,
future.
Yeah, it's actually 5 acres, and
5 acres.
there appears to be room for more. Like I said, there is a pretty big community hub space that's going on the site too.
That's a matter of zoning though, Greg, obviously. So, and
Yeah,
it depends
no,
on
and
what depends on what the town's willing to support. They may not want too much density.
Right, or too much
That's
more,
true.
especially with the slope and everything else, but
Yeah.
it does look like
Mhm.
it's quite a sight, so.
Yeah.
But I'll make a motion to approve.
Thanks, Greg.
I
Is there a
second it.
second? Thanks. Okay, Selah. Dawn?
Cindy Butts, Wendy Clark, Heidi DeWinger,
Aye.
Claudia Gualtieri, Commissioner Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
Matt Puglisi, Lisa Tepper Bates, Greg Ugalde.
Yes.
The vote passes unanimously.
Okay. We must be
Thank
in the
you.
summer doldrums. Okay, the only other item formally on the agenda is the mortgage minutes from our meeting dated May 28th. Any comments, changes? It looked okay to me.
Yeah, motion to approve.
Thanks, Greg.
I'll second it.
Thanks, Selah. Dawn?
Cindy Butts, Wendy Clark, Heidi DeWinger,
Yes.
Claudia Gualtieri, Commissioner Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
Matt Puglisi, Lisa Tepper Bates, Greg Ugalde.
Yes.
Vote passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. No, Pat, I just wanted to ask about the pipeline. I feel
Yep.
like we're, it's been limited. We've had just one transaction last time. What's it looking like?
We have a very robust pipeline. Our pipeline exceeds our resources, although we're able to manage it. And hopefully with some changes to the federal tax laws, we'll be able to more easily address it. But yeah, we have a bunch of deals that will be coming in over the next couple of months in July, and then in September. We obviously don't have an August meeting, so. But we're actually at a fact. We've presented more deals at this point this year than we did last year.
Is that right?
Yeah, don't forget we came out of the gate, I think, with 5 in January.
Right.
I remember.
And last year we had 2 months, I think, in the first half of the year where we didn't have a mortgage committee meeting. So we've
Okay.
been trying to keep momentum going, and we've learned over the past couple of years how to deal with some of the issues that create gaps. And the commissioners found I don't know if she found another pocketbook or something, but there's been some extra funds coming into these
Okay.
deals
All right.
to make them work DDS and CIF. And so, no, we've got a very robust pipeline.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and
Good.
just to follow up with Pat, because I'm involved every other Monday. I think we have the pipeline. So there are a couple of projects that have been delayed, not because of the staff. I have found out that syndicators are requiring strictly more than like a nonprofit can provide at the last minute when they're ready to close. Actually, that they have come to the mortgage committee and got approvals, and now they're starting negotiating at the end of the day. And DOH has to come in as warranting or put extras so that they can close. So it's one of the issues that we have seen in a couple of deals. So I have asked Pat to schedule a meeting. I'm going to be meeting with syndicators because I need them at the table at the beginning, and they can be going back and trying to rewrite or assess the project.
Right.
That's right now, I think, what is stopping a couple of projects, even just to close, because they're working on closing. So that we need to address with these indicators, because it's just they put so much.
Yeah, well, they
requirements.
they know they kind of have it, right? We need them. We need
Yeah,
them.
I need
And
them, and they're trying like
they're
you just
taking
feel like-
advantage. I
Yeah, they're
got it.
taking advantage. So we do need to have a conversation. There are a couple that are pretty good, but there are some other ones that just asking the liquidity on the nonprofits. They don't want to take a 1% risk. They're covering 200%
Right.
the risks. Yeah.
All
So
right.
we need to deal with that a little bit differently.
Okay. All right. Anybody?
And the other thing, just want to mention, and I wanted, it's so the committee knows that I have been working the department with NeighborWorks America and bringing a clinic to help those supportive units. And Lisa Tapper-Bates have always mentioned the supportive units that we have haven't done some recapitalization or putting more money because they're old programs. So what I'm trying to do is to bring a clinic that will also include resources from the departments and working with CHFA because it's on CHFA portfolio, although they have the portfolio, but we infuse resources when it's needed. So I want to make it a comprehensive plan with them and also educate them a little more on asset management. So Pat, I'll send you an invite for you and Anthony or whoever you want in your staff, because I have somebody on my staff working, and I finally got all the pieces together. So it's going to be a good capacity building, but also infusing some capital into those units.
Okay, good. Anybody else? Any other comments? Questions? No? Okay, short and sweet. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thanks, Greg. I'll second it.
I second it.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 All right. See you
Thank
guys.
you.
See you
Thank
Thursday.
you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye-bye.